Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where two police officers approached a man sitting inside his parked vehicle to perform a wellness check. Seconds later, he was tased, pulled out, punched, and thrown to the ground. On July 31, 2023, the Ada Police Department received a 911 call from an individual who suspected a man of driving while under the influence of alcohol at Wintersmith Park in Ada, Oklahoma. The caller stated that the man was in a white vehicle and potentially drunk. The key word here is potentially, which implies that the claim was not confirmed to be accurate. While keeping this in mind, let's start by listening to the recorded conversation between the 911 dispatcher and the caller.
Central Dispatch. Hi, I have concerns of a drunk driver near Wintersmith Park.
Okay, what kind of vehicle?
It's a 2012 white Buick Enclave.
Okay, I will give this to the officers and have them keep a lookout for him, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
After hearing the call recording, there are a few important points to keep in mind. Firstly, the caller simply thought that the man was drunk. This indicates that there was no definitive evidence of intoxication. In other words, the caller's suspicion was based on observation rather than concrete facts. Secondly, it's crucial to note that the police officers were dispatched to perform a welfare check on the man, not to respond to a confirmed case of driving under the influence. It's generally understood that a welfare check, also known as a wellness check, is a public service you can request of police officers if you believe someone you know may be in danger. The officer will visit the person to ensure they are not in trouble. Also, when the police perform these checks, it falls outside the boundaries of law enforcement. The officers involved are generally not investigating crimes, but acting as a community resource. Now that we've understood this, let's take a look at the body cam footage from Ada Police Officer Chad Reed when he first made contact with the man. Accompanying Officer Reed was Sergeant Justly Canada.
What's up?
We got a call you they was concerned about you and we was just doing a welfare check on you.
Who? From who?
What's that?
From who?
From, who was it? Oh. Are you okay?
No,
What's going on?
I'm fine.
Did you say you're not okay?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay,
bye.
hey, stop, sir, stop.
The man who just took off in his vehicle is 33-year-old Justin Allen Glaspie, a Department of Health Services worker in Ada. As we've seen from the footage, Officer Reed was immediately detaining Mr. Glaspie, which became obvious when he ordered him to stop driving away. So this is an appropriate time to discuss whether Officer Reed was justified in his actions. According to Oklahoma City's government website, it stated that an officer can detain you if he has reasonable suspicion. Reasonable suspicion is based on common sense judgments and observations. Since Officer Reed promptly informed Mr. Glaspie that he was conducting a welfare check, we already know that it automatically meant no crime was being investigated, meaning there was no reasonable suspicion either. And by extension, Mr. Glaspie was well within his rights to drive off and choose not to speak with the officers. But despite all of this, both officers chased Mr. Glaspie's vehicle down and pulled him over, this time approaching him with aggression and violence.
Central, he just pulled away from us. Clear. RP by Murphy's right now. Other units for you, please.
Step out of the car! Step out of the car! Turn your car off.
What's up?
Why did you pull away from me?
Because I have anything to talk to you about.
Step out here and talk to us. Get out of the car.
Get out of the car!
Get out of the car.
I'm not going.
Get out of the car!
Get out of the car.
No. Why?
Get out of the car.
Why?
Because I told you to.
That's not a reason.
You got your baton on you?
I do.
You got your baton on you?
No, I do not.
What's up?
Move. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Bro.
Bro.
Not. that guy.
What?
I'm not that guy.
Get out of the car.
I'm not Lindsay. I'm not any of that.
What's it out of the car? Open the door, I'm gonna bust your window. Open the door, I'm gonna bust your window. Get out of the car, you're gonna get tased. I'm tasing you. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Tell me the issue.
Get out of the car.
Bro.
Get out of the car.
Why?
Because
I'm about to tase you. I'm tasing you if you don't get out of the car. That's the last time I'm telling you.
You're not telling.
Get out of the car.
You're still not telling the reason why.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Just tell me the reason why. Look, I'm telling you. That's not a lawful order. It is a lawful order. You're.
As seen in the footage, Officer Reed and Sergeant Canada opened both doors of Mr. Glaspie's vehicle without consent. Officer Reed then physically restrained Mr. Glaspie by violently twisting his arm, while Sergeant Canada tased him for no logical reason whatsoever. Before anything else, note that breaching Mr. Glaspie's vehicle without his consent can be seen as a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights, which protect against unreasonable searches and seizures. Additionally, the use of physical force by Officer Reed appears to be excessive and unnecessary. The level of force used should be proportionate to the situation, and in this case, it does not appear that Mr. Glaspie posed a threat that would warrant such forceful restraint. Under Oklahoma's use of force standards, it stated that employees may use reasonable force as required in the performance of their duties. However, unnecessary or excessive force is not authorized. Plus, Section 21-643 of the Oklahoma statutes authorizes law enforcement officers to use force or violence only against suspected criminals in the interest of public safety. And in this case, Mr. Glaspie was not a suspected criminal, which we've already discussed. Then comes Sergeant Canada's ridiculous taser deployment, which was also outright unjustified and excessive. The use of taser comes into play several more times ahead in this encounter, so we'll dig into that soon.
Just tell me the issue.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Why?
Because I told you to.
I'm tasing you if you don't get out of the car. That's the last time I'm telling you.
You're not telling.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Just tell me the reason why.
Because I'm telling you to.
That's not a lawful order.
It is a lawful order.
You're not. I'm not Lindsay.
You're on a traffic stop.
I'm not any of that. I didn't do anything that stopped or any of that. Leave me alone.
Step out of the car.
No.
Step out of the car.
There's no reason to.
Because I told you to. I gave you a lawful order.
That's not a lawful order.
It is. Step out of the
what?
car.
If you don't get out of the car, you're going to
For what? You don't even know who I am.
Are you? Yes, you. Yes,
Who
you.
am
Get out of the
I?
car.
Who am I? Okay. I mean, I've already dealt with that.
With what?
With the pepper ball.
Yep,
I've
get out of
done
the
with the
car.
stun. I'm not that guy.
Get out of the car.
I work for child welfare.
care. Get out of
You
the
don't
car.
care.
Car.
You opened my door
Get out
without.
of the car.
You didn't open my door with permission. I'm not that guy.
Give me just. We'll get a
Not that
pepper
guy,
ball.
bro.
We're gonna pepper ball and
We're
get
going to
better
pepperball
quit.
you.
Okay.
Let go of me.
You got
And I'll call
What's
Jason
that?
Mosley.
I don't.
I'll call Jason Mosley.
I don't care.
I'll play these games,
Get out of the
dude.
car.
Let
There's
go.
no reason to.
Get out of the car. It's a
Right.
lawful order. Get out.
That's not a lawful order.
It is.
What did I do that was wrong?
You're intoxicated.
From what?
Get out of the car. Now.
You're intoxicated.
Okay, but you're playing all these games to play
I'm not.
these
Get
games.
out of the car.
Just talk to me.
Get out of the
and just
car.
deal with
Get out of the car.
issues. Why
Get
are
out
you
of the
hitting
car.
me? Just
Because
talk
I've told
to
you
me.
numerous times to get out of the car.
Just talk to me.
Just step back. We'll pepper ball.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to pepperball you when we get
Okay.
here.
And I'll call Jason Mosley and play these
Oh,
games.
he's on his way.
Okay, good.
Get out of the car.
There's no reason to.
Get out of the car. You're intoxicated. Get out of the car. I can smell it coming from your breath. Get out of the car.
Okay.
And that's assault on a police officer.
How is that assault on a police
Because you
officer?
just threw that at me.
Because I'm being assaulted.
Get out of the car.
Because you're disobeying a lawful order.
There's no reason to.
Yeah, get out of the car.
Now, we've seen Officer Reed also deploy his taser on Mr. Glaspie, even though there were still absolutely no signs of a threat or potential crime being committed. This was, just like in Sergeant Canada's case, an unjustified use of force. But the use of taser didn't end there. Things get even worse soon. Anyway, another point worth noting is that Officer Reed blatantly accused Mr. Glaspie of being intoxicated. This was used as a reason to justify his unlawful actions. But this made absolutely no sense because neither officer had confirmed or investigated anything to conclude that Mr. Glaspie was indeed under the influence. Reports later stated that at this point, the Chickasaw Nation Light Horse Police Department responded to a request from Ada Police for assistance subduing a subject who appeared to be intoxicated and refused to comply with instructions from officers on scene. So, let's analyze the events that took place after a Chickasaw Light Horse police officer showed up at the scene as backup. Note that this officer came equipped with a pepper ball gun.
Okay, but you're trying to assault me.
Put your hands up on that car.
No.
Put your hands
There's
Put
no
your hands up on that
reason
car.
to do that if you're going to be like that.
Out of the car.
Okay, I'm
Now,
not scared of that.
Unlock it.
It's unlocked. It's open.
Take your seatbelt off. Get out of the car now. Don't reach for anything. Just get out.
Get out.
There's no reason to be like this.
Get back.
Get
Go.
out.
Get out of the car.
Turn around.
Get out.
Put your hands behind your back.
Bro, just stop. I'm not that guy. Get on the ground now. On the ground. On the ground.
Put your hands behind your back. Do it now.
Hands behind your back. Do it now.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind
Hands
your back.
behind your back. Do it now.
I'm a child welfare specialist.
I don't care what you are. Hands behind your back.
Okay.
Drive center. Drive center.
Get your hand. You have a baton?
No.
I'll pull it.
I got one.
Get your hands behind your back now.
You want to assault me?
Let's stand right there. Don't bite me.
Ty, you
Bit my
got
damn
it.
leg.
He just hit me.
One hand secure.
Give me your other hand, dude. Stop this and give him a hand. Apologize. Give us your other hand, dude. Apologize for hitting you. There we go. Just gonna.
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
Because you want. Who does that?
We do when somebody doesn't obey a lawful
assault
order.
Somebody for hitting somebody? That's not a reason. You're not gonna hurt me. I don't
Roll
want
over.
you. Tell Jason Moses.
Fine, you can lay on your stomach then.
All right.
As seen in the footage, the situation immediately escalated from what was already a ridiculous encounter. To break it down, Mr. Glaspie had first voluntarily stepped out of his vehicle, which was in compliance with the officer's unlawful orders. One would expect that the situation would de-escalate from there, but things went south instead. The fourth officer who had just shown up on the scene lunged at Mr. Glaspie and gave him a strike to the face for absolutely no reason. Following this, all four officers threw Mr. Glaspie down to the ground, where they not only tased him again, but also punched and kneed him several more times, even though his hands were positioned behind him. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, it stated that such application of the taser is reasonable to control a person in any of the following circumstances. A. The subject is violent or physically resisting. B. A subject who, by words or action, has demonstrated an intention to be violent or to physically resist and who reasonably appears to present the potential to harm officers, him, herself, or others. And C. A reasonable belief that an individual has committed or threatened to commit a serious offense. Mere flight from pursuing officers shall not serve as a good cause for the use of the taser to apprehend an individual. On top of all this, it's also highlighted that the officer must be able to articulate a reasonable belief that other available options appeared ineffective, impractical, or would have presented a greater danger to the officer, the subject, or others. Judging by this, and the fact that Mr. Glaspie has now been tased around 4 times, we can conclude that there was indeed an excessive use of force. But watch as the officers continue to blame Mr. Glaspie for nothing.
Tell Jason Duncan.
Oh, you're getting
Good.
felony charges.
Good. Tell him. I have my body cam too.
Thanks
You
for
want to
breaking
play
my
these
glasses.
fucking games justly? I'll play them too. I'm not that guy.
He's good, just leave him there.
Dude, quit trying to assault me. I'm not that guy. I done told you who the I was.
Well, you have about 3 or 4 felony counts going on you
For
now.
what?
Assault on a police officer.
What did I do to assault you,
You
justly?
hit him and you hit
What
me.
did I do that assaulted him? What did I do? Because somebody starts hitting me and I don't allow him to do it? And you want to play this game?
I don't care who you are.
You don't? Okay. Well, then don't be calling a joint response and all.
I can guarantee you, you're not going to be running. Put underneath you. Put
Okay.
underneath you.
Dude,
I'm gonna help you stand up.
Just quit bending my wrist and I'll help you
I'm
up.
going to get your arm.
Okay.
Fine.
On my wrist.
Stand up.
Leg on my wrist. Just help me up. You're going to help me. There's no reason to be like this. I've escalated this to what it needs to be, and that's fine. Bro,
Hey,
you're
hey,
not going to take
hey.
me down. Where you want it,
Yeah, we can put him in mine right here. All right.
You got a hard back seat?
Yeah.
Okay. Right there.
You're right.
Go. Have a seat.
We had it by.
We're gonna get it.
Go get it.
Get in there.
I'm sitting down. I need my shoe. My foot's burning.
Get in.
Okay. I'm in here.
Put your butt
I
on that
want my
chair. Let's
shoe.
go.
Get my shoe and I'll be
We're
fine.
gonna get it.
Bro, I'm telling you how to help me.
Slide back, bro.
I'm not playing these games.
Ultimately, Mr. Glaspie was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence, threatening an act of violence, assault and battery on a police officer, aggravated assault and battery on a police officer, resisting an officer, obstruction and eluding an officer while endangering others. And his mugshot illustrates the amount of force used against him. The mobile phone recording we saw earlier went viral soon after this encounter, and this prompted authorities to look into the ordeal. On August 2, 2023, it was reported that Lighthouse Commissioner of Police, Randy Wesley, sent a statement to local media outlet KFOR, where it was mentioned that there would be an internal investigation. As of the date of this recording, Mr. Glaspie is being held without bond at the Pantutaw County Justice Center, and no further updates have been made in regards to the internal investigation. Be sure to check out our previous video, where we cover another outrageous police encounter